Hi students, the last class we discussed about resources and the basis of origin. Resources can be divided into biotic and abiotic. On the basis of the exhaustibility of resources, resources can be divided into renewable and non-renewable. On the basis of its ownership, resources can be divided into individual or community, national and international. Then on the basis of status of development, resources can be classified as potential, developed, stock and reserve. Okay. Then we discuss the development of resources. Okay. The development of resources, we discussed about that topic. Resources should be used judicially. Otherwise, what happened? Otherwise, our planet, the coming generation face so many difficulties, and nowadays our planet was in dangerous situation. So we should use the resources properly or judicially or intelligently. Okay. For sustained development for future generation, sustainable development is important. I already discussed the last class what you mean by sustainable development. This is a definition about sustainable development. You should study like this. The definition: sustainable economic development means the development should take place in where it take place. Development take place without damaging the environment. Development is taking place in the environment. How it taking place? Taking place without damaging environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of future generation. Which means it is sustained for, simply we can say that resources should sustain for future generation also. Okay, like us, the future generation also need these resources. So we will, the present generation, the duty of the present generation to sustain these resources to future generation. So we can say sustainable development is sustainable economic development means the development should take place without damaging the environment. Okay, here development carry on, but there is no damage on environment. The situation is contrary to this definition. You all know the greedy people daily exploited our resources day by day, and the future generation, some of the as a part of sustainable development, in global level, a meeting was constituted in 1992. That is the Earth Summit of Rio de Janeiro. Okay, Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit. Where is Rio de Janeiro situated? You all know, or we all hear Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is in Brazil. Okay. As a part of sustainable development, the leaders of world assembled in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 with the purpose to protect the earth. So the meeting was Earth Summit. Okay. The important decision taken by the assembled leaders, here more than 100 leaders met here in Rio de Janeiro. Almost all parts of the world. The total 100 leaders of state met in Rio de Janeiro, and for addressing the urgent problems of environmental protection and socio-economic development at the global level. We all know without judicial consumption of resources, what happened? The resources will deplete, or the problem was the global issues like global warming, land degradation, etc. will happen. Okay, so the leaders are met here for addressing the urgent problems of environmental protection. What are the urgent problems? The most urgent problem was how to reduce the temperature of Earth. That is global warming. How to prevent global warming. That is the global issue. So the leaders addressing the urgent problems of environmental protection and socio-economic development at the global level. Not and economic level. So all round development was the aim of this meeting. Which meeting? Rio de Janeiro Summit in 1990. Okay. Here the assembled leaders of 100 states. The assembled leaders of 100 states signed the Declaration of Global Climate Change. They signed, the assembled leaders of 100 states signed in the Declaration of Global Climate Change and Biological Diversity. It means how to protect our biodiversity. You all know what you mean by biodiversity. What do you mean by biodiversity? We all know, suppose a forest, we can take forest as a biodiversity. Why our habitat area consisting of trees, small plants, birds, animals, and the human beings, the thick, like thick forest. They live so many types of birds together, known as biodiversity. We all know some of the species extinct from our earth. So, to protect that species, protection of biodiversity is very inevitable. So, the meeting give importance to protection of biodiversity, environmental protection, socio-economic development. Here, the leaders and the assembled leaders signed which declaration? Declaration of Global Climate Change. What is the climate change? As a result of climate change, due to global warming, we all face the climate change almost in the world. In the case of Atlantic region, you all know when the ice in the Atlantic region melted, what happened? The entire 1% of one part of land will sometimes it is a chance to flood in on Earth. So the leaders of the assembled leaders of 100 states first signed a declaration of global climate change, and their aim was to protect biodiversity. Okay. We discussed what you mean by sustainable development. You sustain the development. The leaders of the world assembled in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 did discuss on how to protect Earth. So the meeting was known as Earth Summit. Okay. Here more than 100 leaders met here for addressing the urgent problems of global issues. You all know what are the urgent issues of global level. First importance is given to global warming. Okay, so the urgent problems of environment protection, and not only the environmental protection but also social economic development is one of the major discussion in this Earth Summit. Okay, and moreover, the assembled leaders signed the Declaration of Global Climate Change and Biodiversity. Okay. Then, as a result of the Earth Summit taken place in 1992 at Rio de Janeiro, the leaders decided to take an Agenda 21 program. It was a program of 21 items. So, it is known as Agenda 21. The United Nations Conference on Environment and Development started to achieve global sustainable development. It's an important aim of global sustainable development. How to achieve sustainable development globally? Not only a special part of a country, but also in the entire world. How to achieve sustainable development? That is the important aim of the meeting of Rio de Janeiro, as they put forward Agenda 21 through United Nations Conference on Environmental and Development, or UNCED. Okay, the main aim of the Agenda 21 was how to achieve the global sustainable development. Okay, you all know what is sustainable development. The aim achieve the sustainable development globally. Then, and also an agenda to combat environmental damage, poverty, diseases through global cooperation. What do we mean by diseases through global cooperation? Now we all going through the subsistence crisis, corona. The diseases come through global cooperation. Okay. Here, agenda 21 is an important topic in our first chapter relating to the Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit. Okay, as a part of sustainable development, to improve sustainable development, the leaders of the entire world summit and they called together an meeting, that is the Earth Summit of Rio de Janeiro in 1992. After result, they put forward Agenda 21 on the United Nations Conference of Environment and Development. The main aim of Agenda 21 was to achieve global sustainable development, and the agenda was to combat environmental damage, disease, poverty, and this is through global cooperation. And it was in this meeting, on the basis of Agenda 21, they gave information or declared in this meeting the responsibility of sustainable development was started with the local self-governance. Okay, it means from the grassroots level we start to improve or achieve sustainable development. Not only the central government or state governments, they started from the local self-government. From the grassroots level, we can start to improve or protect the environment and to sustain our resources. Okay, it is Agenda 21. Okay, Agenda 21 was a part of the meeting of Rio de Janeiro, the summit 1992. In this meeting, they declared or put forward Agenda 21 as a part of Agenda 21 under the United Nations Environmental Development. They put forward some suggestions. First one, to achieve sustainable development globally. Then poverty and diseases, control diseases through global cooperation. It was to protect, improve the sustainable development was started in local self-government according to Agenda 21. Okay. Then resource planning. What do you mean by resource planning? We all know resources are very valuable, so it should use judicially, otherwise it will deplete. Then another important reason, the resources are accumulated by few people. It was also a problem. Then the resources, overuse of the resources happens, the depletion of resources and the land degradation and the ozone layer depletion and global warming, etc. So there is the planning was very important to use resources. So resource planning is very important. Now planning is the widely accepted strategy for judicial uses of resources. Everything we have planning. Before going to school, we have a planning. What planning before going to school? We should do our homework and we should wear uniform and shoes, socks, etc. Then we will go at the correct time. Then after school, 4 o'clock, we came back to school. That is the procedure when you go to school. Okay, that is before and after going and come back to school, we have planning. Okay, like that, for use resources, planning is very important. So for the judicial use of availability of resources. We all know resources are available in plenty in nature in different way. So there are regions which are rich in certain types of resources. When we observe in Rajasthan and Gujarat, solar energy is plenty in nature. We can say solar energy and wind energy. On the contrary, in the case of Jammu Kashmir or Himachal Pradesh and the northernmost states, we can say there is low temperature. So here is another problem. We cannot bring the solar energy and the wind energy to, we cannot travel with this solar energy and wind energy to other parts of our state. So there are some regions which can consider self-sufficient in terms of availability of resources. There are some regions which have acute shortage of some resources. In the case of Kerala, we have moderate climate and we get plenty of water. Water shortage is very less in Kerala till the last year. But the continuous years we can see water shortage also seen in Kerala also. But in the case of the desert area, we can see the less rain, then high temperature, and such type of problem they face. Here, some places we can see acute shortage of some vital resources. For example, states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh rich in minerals and gold deposits. Arunachal Pradesh has abundance of water resources, but lacks of infrastructural development. Then the state of Rajasthan is very well endowed with the solar and wind energy, but in the case of lacks of water resources. The cold desert of Ladakh is relatively isolated from the rest of the country. It was very rich in cultural heritage, but it is deficient in water, infrastructure, and some vital minerals. This calls for balanced resource planning at the national, state, regional, and local level. Okay, so resource planning is very important. Okay, some of the states have plenty of water, some of the states have less water. Some of the states have plenty of natural resources like minerals and other resources. Some of the places lack these minerals. Some of the states lack these minerals. Some of the places experience high temperature. Some of the places at the same time the high temperature and at the same time they face water shortage. So how can we balance these resources almost all states at same level? How can we balance? So if the water is absent in the Rajasthan, they also live because there is a mechanism to available water in those areas. In the Ladakh, in the case of Ladakh, we can say culture. In the case of cultural heritage, Ladakh was very developed in cultural heritage. In the contrary, we can see a water shortage also because this is also a desert region. So we should have the planning, resource planning. So let's discuss resource planning in India. Okay. Here we already know resource planning is very complex in nature because we all know high temperature experienced in western parts of India cannot bring this temperature to our states. Can you? No, it is very impossible. So naturally, the resource planning in India is very complex in nature. Here, look, identification and inventory of resources across the regions of the country. This involves surveying, mapping, and quantitative estimation and measurement of the resources. First, we should surveying, mapping, mapping and measuring. Measuring. Through survey, what resources the particular region can see. Then mapping, which place located. Then measuring, how much resources located in this particular area. Then survey, mapping, measuring, and quality and quantity. These are the important factors to planning resources in a country. Second one, evolving a planning structure endowed with the appropriate technology, skill, and institutional setup for implementing resource development plans. To identify these resources, to measure these resources, we should technological know-how. To working that technological know-how, human have skill. Human resource also water. Okay, so with the technological know-how, we can plan the resources of a country. Okay, then India has made concreted efforts for achieving the goals for resource planning right from the first 5-year plan launched after independence. We started our resource planning from the 1947, since 1947, through 5-year plans. 5-year plans, what do you mean by 5-year plans? The target calculated by the government for 5 years. After 5 years, they observe how much they the target, how much target they own and how they lost. Next 5-year plan, the government tried to manage the remaining of the previous 5-year plan. Okay, then the availability of resources is a necessary condition for the development of any region. But mere availability of resources in the absence of corresponding changes in the technology and institution may hinder the development. We know almost all different types of resources we can see in different region. But sometimes it is absence of technology and skills hinder the to find that resources. We all know, suppose in the Himalayan ranges, in the region of high area of Himalayan ranges, we can see pure drinking water. But there is no technology how to take that to clean water or for that drinking water. So absence of the technological know-how hinder our planning. Okay, so sometimes our development hindered by the absence of technological know-how. Then there are many regions in our country that are rich in resources, but these are included economically backward regions. Sometimes we can say some regions are resourcefully and absence of technology, we cannot take that resources, but we can see that area always poorest in nature or backward in nature. On the contrary, there are some regions which have poor resource base, but they have economically developed. When we see on economically rich state, but they had no resources, but economically they are fit. In the case of Kerala, we have no agriculture facility. Now we don't follow agriculture. We all remain as consumers only, but we have get better education, and we all are live in better standard of living, and we keep our dignity. But on the contrary, in the case of Tamil Nadu, we can see they were self-sufficient in all fields. In the case of agriculture, industry, and all others, we can say. In the case of availability of raw materials, all cases we can see. We can say Tamil Nadu, the state Tamil Nadu was a self-sufficient or self-reliant. But when we compare Kerala and Tamil Nadu, we can see the standard of living of people in Kerala was higher than the standard of living of the people in Tamil Nadu. This is the problem of our planning in India. So here supply is very important because almost all regions have their own resources. How to use these resources judicially, that is important matter. Okay. Okay, let's discuss some textual questions. Here we learn what were the major environmental problems. As a result, there is sustainable development is we understand sustainable development is inevitable path to protect the environment. Then, as a part of this protection, in the global level, there is in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro, an Earth Summit held in 1992. Okay, here first question: what are the difficulties in environment as a result of overuse of resources by human beings? We all know all environmental problems created by we the human beings only. Okay, so what were the difficulties by overusing resources? What changes happen in environment as a result of overusing of resources? What with the first one, depletion of resources. Some we all know resources are renewable and non-renewable. The non-renewable resources like the fossil fuel, the petrol, coal, natural gas, etc. were depleted suddenly from our own surface of the earth, and we want to discover another substitute for this fossil fuel. Because the creation of fossil fuel takes long years ago to renew. Okay. So what are the difficulties? First one, depletion of resources. Second one, accumulation of resources of few kinds. The greedy people only accumulated the resources. The greedy and the wealthy people, that is industrialists, accumulated the resources in their, or they concentrated the resources. Then, as a result, the global environmental issues remains as they are global warming, degradation of land, the depletion of ozone layer, etc. After the as a result of overuse of resources by human beings. Okay. Then what is sustainable development? Here in your textbook, there is a definition on sustainable development. It is a definition given by meeting of Earth Summit. So it is very important to study that definition like that. Sustainable. What is sustainable development? Sustainable economic development means the development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of future generation. That is sustainable development. Okay, next question. What was the aim of Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in 1992? As a part of environmental protection or as a part of sustainable development, the leaders of global world decided to meet in Janeiro in 1992. That is Earth Summit. It was known as Earth Summit because the meeting was held to protect the Earth. So in 1992 in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro was the capital of Brazil. So the about 100 leaders of the world met in this meeting, and they took major suggestions to protect Earth. Not only in the environment, but also the economic and social developments are mentioned in this summit. Okay, to achieve global protection and economic and social development is agenda of that Earth Summit. Okay, I understood all these things you understood. Next class we will meet with another topic. Goodbye.